Okay, you know, Michigan's weather is a little bit crazy for gardening. It can be awfully challenging. The weather's finally turned, so we can plant all of our tender annuals. But of course, it's the perennials that year in, year out are there, beautifully blooming, even in those colder months of the year.
Yeah, and it sounds like a great project for the long weekend that's coming up. I'm really trying to add some excitement to my home landscaping. Been in my home less than a year now, so I got some helpful tips from our friends at Harder and Warner Landscaping and Garden Center. Time to get our yards and our landscaping looking beautiful. We're here with Jamie Klingler of Harder and Warner. And Jamie, we're talking perennials, but let's start with the basics. What exactly is the perennial?
Well, we have this saying at Harder and Warner that perennials really put the pow in your landscaping.
Ooh, nice. And they're different from annuals in what way?
A perennial comes back year after year, where annuals you have to replant each year.
Okay, so in the scope of our landscaping, how do we use the perennial?
Well, normally when you're starting a landscaping project, you pick your bigger items first, your trees and your shrubs, and then you come in and you pick out your perennials. They're kind of the accent piece on a couch towards your landscaping.
Oh, like the pillow on the couch.
Exactly.
The icing and frosting on the couch.
Absolutely.
Well, just so happens we're here at Perennial Park at Harder and Warner, so you want to give us a little tour?
Yeah, come on in.
Jamie, I've already found something that I love. What is this right here?
This is a columbine. This is actually an excellent choice if you're planting in shade.
Okay, and you make it really easy here because you have a lot of different sections in Perennial Park.
Yes, we want to make it as easy as possible, so we have everything either on the sunny side, the shady side, or by the pond, by the water.
You have a lot of selection here. We can see that. So how do you choose the right perennial?
First, you want to figure out if you're planting in shade or in sun. After that, you're going to group by tallest to shortest, the tallest in the back, the shortest in the front.
Okay.
And then you want to find out, well, when do you want these to bloom? Do you want this to bloom early in the spring? Do you want it to bloom throughout the whole season? Or do you want something that is a fall bloomer?
Okay. So when you have your perennials picked out, you have them at home, what are some tips when it comes to planting?
Well, first, you're going to want to plant in groups of odd numbers, 3, 5, 7. That always looks the best.
Yeah.
You're going to want to stagger them a little bit. Don't plant in straight lines.
Yeah, like Mother Nature intended, right?
Yes, exactly. Nothing in nature is absolutely perfect, so you want to, you know,
Mix it up.
Mix it up, absolutely. After that, you're going to want to start with a good, well-drained soil, and you're going to want to water right away. Very important. And fertilize. Absolutely, you want to fertilize. It's going to help you get the biggest blossoms, and your plant will love you for it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for the help today.
Thank you.
We are talking perennials. We're in Perennial Park at Harder and Warner, the part of your landscaping that really adds that extra punch, that pow. You got to check it out.
Well, of course, the sunglasses are the first implement number one.
So great the day that we
gardening.
did this story. And I know that you are like big gardener. I'm learning more, and they are really great there too, because like I said, I'm trying to get my green thumbs a little bit more than I have.
Yeah.
Good at houseplants. I'm working on my outside. So this really is a big weekend for planting. So we wanted to let you know Harder and Warner will be open throughout the holiday weekend, and they are stocked up on perennials and they're ready to go. They also called us this morning and wanted to let everybody know that there's plenty of vegetable plants and annuals, and those are perfect for planting this weekend too.
I'm so excited because I was telling you I got all my landscaping done.
It's a pink theme.
Everything's
this year, right?
done. It's pink theme this year, but I have one planter that is still empty, and I was thinking, what am I going to do with this? I think what I'm going to do. I'm actually heading to Harder and Warner today.
Good idea.
And I think I'm going to do tomatoes in there.
Nice.
Wouldn't that be nice? I could have those all throughout the entire season. So yeah, I'll bring you some. Okay. How about that? And you can stop in Saturday from 8 to 5, Sunday from 11 to 4. They're also open on Monday from 8 to 4. Harder and Warner, easy to find, 6464 Broadmoor, just a couple of minutes south of M6 at the Caledonia exit. Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited. I cannot wait now to get my tomatoes planted. Yeah, I
love
love
there
it.
and say, oh, I want to do this, a little of that,
Right.
a little of that.
Yeah, and it's nice to do a combination too, perennials and annuals, and that way you have that color that comes back every year, and those splashes of color that you just add in when the weather finally changes, like it finally has this year.
All right, so stay with us. We got a big treat coming up in our studio. You don't want to miss it.
Treat for us or treat for them?
Everyone.
For everyone, especially for us.
Are you